So you've made a decision to take a step towards a certain path. But let me ask you something. Where will that path lead you? What's the result going to be? Have you ever looked back at a decision you made with confidence at the time and thought, I really believed this was right. So why did it all end up like this? You prayed for it, you thought it through, you acted with good intentions, and yet the outcome surprised you. Why didn't this go the way I expected? It is the exact place where Jeremiah found himself when he prayed these words in Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 23. He said, I know, O Lord, that the way of man is not in himself, that it is not in man who walks to direct his steps. Jeremiah made the choice. He didn't say, I didn't choose. He says, I walked in that specific path. But he also confesses something deeper, that even when we walk, we are not the one who ultimately determines where the path will finally lead. As individuals, we have the ability to choose, to act, and to walk. The Bible never portrays humans as robots. From the beginning, God gave people the ability to choose. Adam chose, the people of Israel chose. You can choose, and I can choose. Joshua in the Bible stood before the people and said, in Joshua chapter 24 verse 15, choose you this day whom you will serve. That command only makes sense if choice is a reality. And every day we live in that reality. We have the ability to speak or to stay silent, to move forward or to hold back, to say yes or no, to take the step or to stay exactly where we are. Jeremiah does not deny that. He says, the man who walks. Walking means movement, means direction, and means taking responsibility. But then comes the humbling truth. We have the free will to decide and to choose. But to know if this path is the right path, but to know what the result is going to be, these things belong to the Lord. Proverbs chapter 16 verse 9 says, the heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. We plan, but God establishes. We can freely choose which road to take, but God determines where it truly leads. That doesn't make God distant. It makes him sovereign, and it explains something we have all experienced. Why two people can make similar choices but still end up with very different outcomes. Think about Abraham. God told him to leave everything familiar. If you notice his story, God did not give Abraham the full map or the full guide of what the outcome is going to be. Abraham had to decide to obey, to pack his belongings, to take the first step. And that's why Hebrews chapter 11 verse 8 tells us, by faith Abraham obeyed, and he went out, not knowing where he was going. Abraham walked, but it was God who directed him. He trusted the one who sees the end from the beginning. So why does Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 23 matter to us today? This verse matters because many of us are living with regret over a choice, a fear about a step we're about to take, confusion about where life has led us, and about where life is going to take us. But you are not condemned because you don't control the outcome. Instead, you are invited to trust in the one who does. That is why in Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5, the Bible says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. Not because your understanding is useless, but because Our understanding is limited, and God is the one who sees what we cannot. So whenever you feel fearful or uncertain, are you asking God to bless your steps, or are you asking God to direct them? There's a difference between these two. One says, Lord, I've already decided, while the other says, Lord, lead me, even if it changes my plan. In Psalms chapter 25, verse 4, even David says, Make me to know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. That prayer admits that I can walk, but I need God to guide me. So if you are standing at a crossroad today, or if you feel uncertain, hear this. You are allowed to choose. You are allowed to act. You are allowed to take the step. But you are not alone in directing where it leads. God is not asking you to see the whole road, only to trust in the one who does. So you can pray with Jeremiah honestly and humbly. Lord, I will walk, but I trust you to direct my steps. And that is no longer fear. That is faith. Thank you for being with us today. I pray that the Lord will bless you for the entire week. Please share this with someone who needs the encouragement. And I hope we'll see you again next week. God bless you.